Brad Paisley's 2003 Mud on the Tire album was his breakthrough record, the one that really transformed him into a superstar. You'll find the title track on there, of course, as well as hits like Celebrity, Little Moments, and Whiskey Lullaby.
Like the burning end of a midnight cigarette.
You'll also find what, as far as we can tell, is Chris Stapleton's earliest cut on a major label album and the beginning of a trend that's defined country music for nearly 2 decades. When stars are born, the bearded one is often right there with him or her. It happened with Brad and Blake Shelton, Josh Turner and Thomas Rhett. When Darius Rucker transitioned from rock to country, he led with a Chris Stapleton song. When Luke Bryant needed to show some depth to solidify him as a multifaceted performer, he called on Stapleton's Drink a Beer. But Brad was first. Or at least Brad was one of the first. I'm Billy Dukes with Taste of Country, and the song we're talking about is called The Best Thing I Had Going, a banjo-driven, yearning for love song that's playful and deep. Playful isn't exactly how you'd describe many Chris Stapleton songs today, but before the beard, he was kind of fun. Yeah, that's right. We said before the beard. Stay tuned and let us know your favorite of his songs in the comments section below as you watch Swing by Trace Adkins.
Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing.
And Nothing But a Love Thing by Daryl Worley are 2 examples. Later, Chris would get a little frisky with this #1 hit for Kenny Chesney.
Well, I'm what I am, and I'm what I'm not, and I'm sure happy with what I've got.
And then again, on Something to Do with My Hands, Thomas Rhett's 2012 debut.
So maybe I could stick 'em in your pockets.
When TR would pivot in 2015 with funkier songs from his second album, you want to guess who was there? Yep, Chris Stapleton co-wrote Crash and Burn too. This, of course, is all before his moment with Justin Timberlake at the CMAs, and before he'd release his own album. Thumbs up this video if you consider the Traveler album to be an all-time great. You want more? Per our friends at The Boot, Blake Shelton has cut an astonishing 6 Stapleton co-writes, including 2 on his career-changing album, Red River Blue, an album that landed at number 61 on Taste of Country's list of the top 100 albums of the 2000s. None of those songs were singles, but it's at that time that he went from the funny guy who used to have a mullet to a TV star in a celebrity marriage who could only hit #1 on radio charts. Here are a few more titles to Stapleton's credit while I talk at you about his impact on reality television. You remember that TV show Can You Duet? Steel Magnolia won in season 2 and dropped their debut single, Keep On Lovin' You. The top 5 hit was written by Christopher Elvin Stapleton. Yeah, that's Chris on the right there in the John Deere farmer's cap and the overalls. Can't unsee that, can ya? Here's another from the singer's Facebook page, and one more from wife Morgan's Instagram. Whew. Tim McGraw, Alan Jackson, and George Strait were early believers, but Chris didn't hesitate to name his first big break, Josh Turner's Your Man from 2005.
You lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on the soft.
In 2020, we asked Chris if it was kind of strange singing his song on American Idol. Yeah, you can add Scotty McCreery to the list of artists who broke using his music.
Yeah, I mean, it's still weird. It's still weird. You walk in someplace and you're like, oh, I wrote that. You're eating dinner somewhere and it's like, oh, you're playing guitar on that or whatever. It's still a weird thing.
And add Darius Rucker, who went country in 2008 with a song called Don't Think I Don't Think About It that was not written by Chris Stapleton. Nope. 2 years later, the song Comeback Song would go #1 for Darius and Chris. However, his first country album was called Learn to Live, an album with 4 big old country hits, but it all kicked off with a soulful, banjo-led, rollicking album cut called Forever Road. Yep, Darius started his country career with a Chris Stapleton song, because that's just what you do. This has been another episode of The Secret History of Country Music. If you liked this episode, give a thumbs up, and then check out this episode about how George Strait's big break involved a whole lot of luck. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for subscribing.